Brian Burns here with Kevin Smith after a big win for the Sullivan Generals over Columbia-Greene. Kevin, 18 points in the first half, 21 overall, able to kind of rest your legs after getting a big lead. How important is it for the team for you to get off to a hot start like you did tonight?
I feel like me being one of the leaders and one of the older guys, I have to get to a very quick start to get my teammates going. And my teammates coming off the bench, seeing me playing hard, they'll come off the bench and do the same thing as well.
Bringing the energy on both ends, like you said, as a leader, both offensively and defensively, able to lock down the point guard and hit threes from deep. What else do you see from the team? You know, everybody getting off the bench and scoring tonight. Where do you see the team progressing after kind of a slow start to the season?
I feel like this is the game that's going to start us to get us going, and we'll finish the year very strong.
Coach, a little unhappy even after the win against Dutch Community College, kind of calling out the team's effort. What do we see different from the team tonight going to a 40-point game?
I thought our effort was much better. We certainly weren't perfect throughout the course of the game, but our effort was much better, which makes you feel a little bit better about some of those mistakes. I thought our defensive effort through the course of 40 minutes was much better from top to bottom.
Awesome. And another great game from Kevin Smith. Got off to a hot start, 18 points in the first half. Great shooting from deep. What's his ability to lead on the offensive end? What's that mean for the team?
Just his ability to knock down a three completely changes us. You look at, we were a team that came into today's game shooting in the mid-20s percentage-wise from three, and today we made 12 of them. And that completely changes us. You know, everybody sees him knock down one early. Now everybody feels better about themselves. So I thought we did a much better job of running our offense and getting guys open, and we also let our defense be a catalyst to get out in transitions, which made a difference for him.
Speaking of the defense, it seemed like we were able to get a lot of points in transition, or at least push the pace a little bit. How huge is it for the Generals to kind of set the tone defensively to create that transition offense?
I think that as we continue to get better, it's going to be our bread and butter. We're too athletic and too deep. We have great length, but at times we don't use it. We're still trying to learn each other. We have a lot of new faces, and if we can continue to get better with our man-to-man defense and even our zone, I think our length and our athleticism will give people problems.
You mentioned that depth. We had every General on the roster not only see time but score points in today's game. How important is that depth moving forward once we get into the crunch of the season?
It's huge. It's huge when we're flipping a page. We have a good Monroe-Rochester team coming in here on Friday that I think is 8th in the country. And then you turn into conference play and region play, and our depth is, I think, what's going to wear people down when you get into even a region tournament where you're playing back-to-back. I think our depth is a huge asset.
Awesome. This is Brian Burns with head coach Brent Wilson. Your Generals are back in action this Friday against Monroe College.